In a moment, I will illustrate the 3 steps of the MiTi crown and bridge impression taking system. Before I begin, there are 3 very important things to know. First, you may not substitute any other VPS impression taking material or impression trays, or your results will be less than desirable. Second, check the expiry date of the VPS Step 1 and Step 2 cartridges each time you use them. Third, whenever you use an auto-mix tip, bleed the cartridge immediately before use, attach the mixing tip, and bleed the tip. Never do this at the beginning or in the middle of the appointment. Now we're ready to show you Step 1. First, take your MiTi tray. You have now bled your cartridge, applied your mixing tip, and bled the tip. Fill the triple tray up to the level of the tray walls. Do not overfill the tray. Take the side of the mixing tip and run it along the walls of the tray so that you'll have a smooth and even surface. Ask the patient to open. Align the impression tray over the prep, and it will self-center because of the tray design and the consistency of the impression material. Ask the patient to bite together for 2.5 minutes. Never ask the patient to squeeze hard or bite hard. After 2.5 minutes, remove the impression. Take scissors and trim the impression material back to the level of the tray walls for both the top and bottom of the impression. Rinse and dry. Step 2. To begin, rinse the prep thoroughly and leave it moist. Do not dry it. Use your pigtail explorer to trace the sulcus. Trace around the entire prep twice, being careful not to injure the junctional epithelium. If there is some bleeding, do not be concerned. Now, bleed your Step 2 cartridge, apply the mixing tip, and bleed the tip. Thoroughly rinse and lightly air dry the prep. Apply Step 2 to the prep beginning on the occlusal part of the prep, proceeding in a circular motion to cover the entire prep. Do not attempt to inject into the sulcus. Make sure that you do not get any Step 2 impression material on the occlusal of the adjacent teeth. Use just enough Step 2 impression material to cover the prep. Place the MiTi tray containing the set Step 1 impression material over the prep tooth and engage. Have the patient bite together to seat the MiTi tray and ask them to hold for 2.5 minutes. Remove the impression, rinse, and air dry. When this is done, Step 2 is complete and you are ready for Step 3. Step 3 is reviewing your impression with good light and magnification. Check for the following. Make sure that you only see Step 2 impression material around the sulcus of the prep. There should be very little on the rest of the prep. Step 2 material should be visible to the edges of the MiTi tray. You should be able to see light through the occlusals of the impression. Step 2 impression material in the sulcus should look crisp and accurate. There should be no bubbles, no holes, no pulls, no separation or drags if the impression was done according to these instructions. Everything you need for a perfect impression is being made available in the MiTi Crown and Bridge Impression System Kit. The kit is self-contained to provide all the right materials and quantity to provide 24 posterior impressions in a posterior kit or 18 anterior impressions in an anterior kit. This avoids wastage, hunting for tips, and expiry of materials. Step-by-step instructions are in every kit. It is extremely important that you do not substitute any other tray or impression material to get consistently excellent impressions. We recommend a MiTi certified laboratory for best results. These impressions cost roughly $12 for everything you need for a perfect impression. To order your MiTi Crown and Bridge Impression System kit, or for the location of the MiTi certified laboratory nearest you, phone 1-855-900-MiTi or contact us online at www.miticbs.com. Thank you.